Well, here we are again, over 160 days into this running journey. And I finished week 5 of my Runna Half Marathon program. Here's the recap. It was hard. The mental battles were behind me a little bit, but the cold, wet weather hit me hard. So let's just get right into it. This one's going to be quick and easy. I don't want to get into the nitty gritty. I just want to go over a recap, what worked, what didn't, and then we'll move on from here because we're into week 6, which is hitting even heavier. On Monday, I did a 7-kilometer easy run, which is conversational pace, super simple, super easy. Nothing is too slow. So I did this one at a 6:23-kilometer pace. I did the 7 kilometers in 44 minutes and 48 seconds. Felt good. Wasn't tired after it. It was a great way to start the week on Monday. Moving into Tuesday was lower body. Kicked its butt. There were some abs involved and whatnot. But just in the garage, kettlebell, dumbbells, and body weight exercises. And that one felt really good. Wednesday's where it got tough. It was rainy. It was wet. It was cold. And it was early morning, and I decided to do intervals. This one was 800 meters into 400 meter intervals. So we do a 1.5 kilometer warm up at a conversational pace, and then 2 times 800 meter intervals at 5 minutes per kilometer. I hit this one pretty close, about 5:10 per kilometer for both 800 meters. And then we rolled right into the 400 meters. There was breaks, obviously, 90 seconds here and there, and then 180 seconds between the 800 and the 400. And with the 400 meters, we were supposed to hit that one at 450 per kilometer. I haven't had a tough time with this one, and I don't know whether it was because of the weather, because of the new Hoka GTX shoes that I got, because they're not very speed-based and they're definitely everyday runners, or the fact that going into this, right when I got into those 800 meter intervals, I felt my tummy grumbling and I had to go number 2. Every single bathroom I tried to hit at the park was locked. So I pushed through this, and I did this without going to the bathroom. So I don't know whether that stopped me in my tracks or what, but my 400 meter intervals were not at 4 minutes and 50 seconds per kilometer. In fact, they were quite far from that, about 5:20 to 5:25 per kilometer, which I wasn't necessarily pleased with. But again, this is my first interval session of the half marathon program, and I'm just getting through it. We're in week 5. Well, we're in week 6 now. This was week 5 complete, and I got through that one. Took Thursday off and did a walk. Friday was a 5-kilometer easy run. That one felt super easy, super simple. Again, around the park and not pushing the pace. I did that one at a 6:16 a kilometer, and I finished 5 kilometers in 31 minutes and 35 seconds. So that one felt really good, really easy. Saturday was a strength day, going heavy. Again, it was a lot of legs. There was some dumbbell stuff, kettlebell, and I felt that one really good. I think I did that one in about 25 minutes, sweaty after it, burned some calories, obviously, then rested for the rest of Saturday. And then Sunday, where things got interesting. My longest run to date, my longest run since I've started running, a 12-kilometer long run. And this is where Strava and Runna sort of took me for a loop. And I said that in a short yesterday, where my Strava says one thing, my Runna says another thing, and those times don't really match. But at the end of the day, I ran 12 kilometers and I felt great afterwards. It was around the park. Runna says my 12-kilometer pace was 6 minutes and 11 seconds, which I think is pretty damn good for a long run. Strava says I was at a 5:50 pace per kilometer, which is even better for a long run. And I did 12 kilometers in an hour and 14 minutes, which I'm pretty pleased with, to say the least. So again, week 5, things amped up. Week 6, things are amping up even more. And my Sunday run is a 14-kilometer long run, which doesn't even feel impossible at this point. It feels like I could run that any day of the week and I would feel great. But week 5 was cold. It was wet. And I got it done. I pushed through and I did every single workout this week. I didn't skip anything. The mental struggles, I said, sort of behind me. but the weather was what kicked my butt this week. So if you're doing a run a program and you're training for anything, half marathon, marathon, heck, even a 5K, click that like button, click the subscribe button, leave a comment below, and I'll be back for week 6.